Hey guys, I'm Ariana Ramsey. For those of you who don't know me, I'm on the USA Women's Rugby team and we are going to the Olympics in 2021 in Tokyo. So yeah, today's video is going to be, the headline is, what is rugby? A lot of people don't know what rugby is, so I wanted to make this video to explain to all the people who support me, who don't know what rugby is, just to give them a little, give you a little background about what rugby is. I'm keeping it simple, not going to go into too much detail, but you will have all the basics that you need to know if you're watching a rugby game. So let's get into it. So first of all, in rugby, there's either sevens rugby or there's 15s rugby. And so the difference is obviously the number of players. In 15s rugby, you play with 15 players. In sevens rugby, you play with seven players. And then, so 15s is like a way longer game. It's an 80-minute game and it's like 40-minute halves. Whereas sevens is a 14-minute game and there are 7-minute halves. 15s is in the World Cup, whereas sevens is in the Olympics. So what is rugby? So rugby is a full contact team sport that originated in England in 1823. Yeah, 1823, early 19th centuries. And full contact meaning no pads. So I know you guys sometimes, like if you watch games, you'll see people with like their scrum caps. So those are like the most padding that we can wear, is like a scrum cap, which is like approved by like USA Rugby or rugby in general. And then like some people wear like little shoulder pads. So like you're allowed to wear pads, it's just like they can't be hard material where it can injure someone. So yeah, so we do wear pads, just not like football, I should say. So let's talk about the actual game. So rugby itself, like I said, there are 7 people on the field, so there's 7 different positions. So there's 2 props, loose head and a tight head. There's a hooker, there's a scrum half who's like the quarterback, there's a fly half, a center, and a wing. So basically, like in this picture that I'm showing you guys, let me show you somewhere on here, but in this picture you can see numbers 1, 2, and 3, the loose prop, the 2 props and the hooker, how they're all like clumped together kind of. So that is what we call in rugby a scrum. And I'm going to show you guys a video of what a live scrum looks like. So scrums happen when the ball is like knocked forward or passed forward, because if you don't know, in rugby you can only pass backwards. So when you pass forward, you get like penalized. So then that's when the scrum happens, or when the ball gets trapped in a ruck. I'll talk about a ruck later. But those are like the 3 instances when a scrum will happen. So as you can see, the teams match up and they kind of literally go head to head and they try to win the ball back. So yeah, like you can see in the video, they're just basically fighting to try to get the ball back. The scrum half places the ball into the scrum, and usually they try to roll it towards their side more so that we can be more likely to get the ball back, and there's no penalization for that. But yeah, scrums are usually our tallest and our strongest players. So these 3 players are usually also in a line out. A line out happens when the ball goes into touch. Into touch means out of bounds. So line outs happen, let me show you guys what a line out is. Yeah, lineouts happen when a ball is kicked into touch or when someone who's holding the ball gets pushed out of bounds. So that's when a lineout happens. The scrum half throws it in and the person is lifted up top to try to catch the ball, and they contest at the top. So yeah, so next I'm gonna go back to talking about rucks and what a ruck is. So a ruck happens when someone gets tackled. So playing a game, person's holding the ball, someone gets tackled. The tackler tackles someone. Okay, so once the person who's tackled gets taken to ground, they have to get in the correct position to place the ball back to your teammates So you want to make sure you give the ball back to your teammates. So you get in this long body position, which I'll show you a video of. So as you can see, she got tackled and then she placed the ball back to her team. But yeah, my roommate just came in. But yeah, like I was saying, the ruck is formed when the two people come in. The tackler gets back up and tries to win the ball back, and then their teammate comes in and it's like, no, you cannot have this ball. And those two are literally going head to head. And then that's when the scrum half comes in and dishes the ball out. Okay, cool. So now the ball is dished out of this ruck. Say we dish the ball out, right? And we get it to our wing, and our wing runs in and our wing scores. Cool. So in rugby, you have to touch the ball down into the try zone in order for it to count. You can't just run through like they do in football. And then, so once they touch it down, that's 5 points right there. And then, so then the kicker comes in, and the kicker can only kick from where the ball was placed, from the angle that the ball was placed. So as the person who's scoring the try, you want to try to put it in the middle so that the kicker has a better chance of making it in. So yeah, once the kicker kicks, that is another 2 points for us if they make that conversion kick. So yeah. So once you score and the conversion kick is kicked, then you bring the ball back, and then it's your turn to kick off to the other team. So now that you know a little bit about the basics of rugby, let's walk through a rugby game, and then I'm going to quiz you guys a little bit. So it won't be too hard, but let's do it. Okay guys, so this is our game in Spain. I wasn't there, but this is Spain versus USA. Okay, so let's watch a kickoff. All right, so she kicks off. Boom, they jump up, try to get the ball back. All right, so what is this? What is formed? What is formed right here? We just talked about this. I'll give you guys 10 seconds. Okay, you got it. It's a ruck. So this is just a different part of the game. So they got it out to the wing. That's Nia Tolliver. And she just scored a what for how many points? You got it. She just scored a try for 5 points. And how many points does Nicole's kick worth if she made it? 2 points. You guys are doing great. Next question. All right, we're gonna watch this. Ready? Ball out. Oh, knocked forward. What happens when the ball gets knocked forward? That's right, a scrum happens. Okay, so I gave you guys like 3 questions to test your knowledge. So yeah, that's the overall gist of rugby and what rugby is about. I could make a part 2 getting into more detail, because obviously there's so much more than just that. Like there's, if the ball doesn't go 10 when it's kicked, there's just so many other things that I could talk about and get into more detail. But I did give you guys the basics. I hope you learned something from my video. Like, subscribe, and comment, and do all that fun stuff. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.